it's time. So here we are. All right. So we're live now. So we're gonna do a little pre Jake the Awake after party before the surprise for Jake. I did not officially play any games this week. So my plan, Rumford, was actually not to go live first. My plan was to have Jake do his a surprise for him. So that's why I posted the StreamYard link and not the YouTube one. So JP actually I purposely did the StreamYard link. That was the goal to get Jake over here. But I think he's gonna eat and stuff first. So while he does that, we are going to we're gonna do other things until he comes over. So Joe, hello, Josini. So I did not officially pick any games last week. I was in Santa Cruz out on vacation, so stuff was going on. Hi, Jonna. Of course, it looks like you're on StreamYard ready to go as well, which is always nice to see. But I'm gonna actually see if I can access that. I think if I inspect element, I may be able to do that. Catflip.com. I actually might be able to show you guys what I did last week. Yep, I may be able to. It looks like I can. So, oh my god, location is required to play. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Alrighty, this thing. Oh well. I don't even think I'm logged into it. Okay. I'm gonna log into it real quick. Okay. I could show you what I did last week. Yep, it is me. It is definitely me. All right. Oh wow, I actually got an extra dollar just now. I don't know why. So I guess I profited 30 cents. I guess I did. I guess I did myself a damn good job here. So I profited 30 cents apparently. Although in terms of the actual gains, I lost 70 cents. So this is what I did last week. My picks. So my picks were Philly in the money line. I won this one. I lost the Dallas game. This is the one I lost. And then I won the Niner game. I got 8 cents back, 8 cents back with Jacksonville, and 5 cents back with Buffalo, getting 14.5 points. And then, of course, I got 9 cents back with the Eagles, and then I lost the Dallas game. So that's what happened last week. I will make my picks right now. And of course, these are my fantasy picks, by the way. I'm going to have my realistic picks over on the website. And I'll make those too. So while we're waiting for Jake for his Christmas special, JP Crucino. Alrighty. You got the Rams against Seattle. And I'm going to use fake coins this time. I don't feel like I'm passing on this one. Philly, Washington, I'm going to pass. God, I am going to take this one. There's always a pattern, and I feel like the pattern is Green Bay always plays better in Chicago. It may be a trap, but I'm going to say even if they lose, again, This is fantasy betting. These are not realistic things that you can actually do. So this is just for Fliff app users. For the Fliff app users, I'm gonna do fake coins, and I'm gonna say Green Bay covers. Okay. All right. Oh, by the way, so this was $5. So this is all from just me using those $5. I have not put any other money into this app. So in the course of what 3-4 years, I got it to that point. So in my opinion, I think I did myself a pretty damn good job, if I do say so myself. You can be the judge of that, of course. I'm going to have this as a background because this is kind of getting annoying. Okay. So this way it's seeable. Bills and Browns. Oh, God, I feel like this is going to be a bone to the public. Yeah. I feel like this is going to be a bone to the public. I am going to play it conservatively and take him getting 3 points. And I'm only going to bet 30 cents. I'm just going to bet the change. So we'll see what actually happens. Again, be responsible when you do this, please. Bengals, Dolphins, I'm throwing that one out. Chiefs, Titans, not taking that one. Not taking the Charger game. Not taking this game. Yeah, I'm definitely not taking that game. Not taking Tampa Bay, Carolina. Not taking the Falcons, Cardinals. Not taking Jacksonville, Denver. Not taking Raiders, Texans. Although, this may be a bone to the public. Maybe with fake coins, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll take Houston with fake coins. I'm not going to take them with the money. Pittsburgh, Detroit. Again, I'm going to take a chance with fake coins and say Steelers win. This is another one of those games where until the Steelers actually lose to Detroit, I'm going to keep taking Pittsburgh. I'm going to avoid Patriots, Ravens. I'm going to avoid. This is another one. Until the Colts lose to the Niners, I'm going to keep taking Indianapolis. It's one of those what I call traditionals. Until the Colts actually lose to the Niners, I'm going to keep taking the Colts. And the Niners, and again, it's all phony, scripted, and fake. We all know that. But I always follow these traditional paths. So the Niners have been undefeated against the Texans and Jaguars till this year. And usually when they lose to teams that they've always beaten, they don't usually beat the teams that they always lose to. So that's why I'm taking the Colts here. Again, it's fake and phony, and maybe they know people like me think that way and rug pull. We'll see. And that's why I'm not betting my money. The green is the money, the yellow is fake coins. I'm throwing out Dallas, Washington. I'm throwing out the rest of it. So that's all I'm taking in terms of that. So maybe I'll do my realistic pick. My realistic picks. Because now I got to make those. So my realistic picks, I think it's just going to be 114 teaser. So I'm going to take Green Bay plus 10.5. I like that. Buffalo, you would be getting plus 1.5. Again, I'm not taking a majority of these games because I just think there's no reason to do it. Texans, I'm only giving up 1.5. And Steelers, I'm going to get 19.5 with Pittsburgh. And then, of course, the Colts. Or maybe I take Buffalo to win outright. I'll take the Colts with the teaser. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's exactly how I'm going to play it. I'm going to take the Bills, the Colts, the Steelers, the Pat, and I'm going to take, again, do not pick the money lines. I'm just going to go off on a limb here. I'm more confident in the teaser than I am the money lines, except for the Buffalo one. I do think Buffalo, that is a bone of the public for sure. So with that being said, so everyone can see that I did it this week. Yes, I'm doing it right now. Don't worry, it's happening this week. And I took week 15 off. So there was no week 15 picks. So it's just week 16. All right, so it's there. I don't see any sign of Jake yet, so. Oh, I didn't know that, Rose. I didn't know. Well, that's new to me too. I guess so. I don't know. Okay, so here's why when I pick, I can kind of sound like I'm talking in a narrative way because I'm thinking about what are they going to script? What are they going to put on a performance for? And I will say this, even when I did think it was real, even when I was a fanboy, I always predicted very differently compared to the experts and the other people. I was always very different with the way I predicted games. And I have won that way. So, I mean, I'm just converting that into the fact that it's all fake now. But I win that way, and I have won that way, and I am still doing pretty well that way with those type of games. Now, with other games, not so much. But for me, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it ain't broke. So I'm not. I like this. The traditional thing, I always predicted that way. And so when I was a kid, Denver, when Peyton Manning was the big star and everything, and the Rams were terrible, the Rams had a streak of beating Denver. And guess what? As a fanboy, as a sheeple, I picked the Rams because of that reason. And the Rams ended up kicking Peyton Manning's ass. So even back then, I always picked differently. I don't know what made me do that, but yeah. I always pick the games very differently. Yeah, exactly, John. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Again, even when I was the fanboy I was, that's the way I picked games. If a team beat a certain team several times in a row, I keep going with that winning team. Another one was the Rams Saints. Like in St. Louis or in LA, the Rams always beat the Saints at home. And there's been, years like as a fanboy, I saw that the Saints were 13-3, Rams were 2-14. Rams would still beat them at home. So I just keep picking it until that streak stops. And that's just the way I pick. And sure enough, it now makes sense why that happens. It's because it is scripted to go that way. So it just makes sense now. It makes total sense that they have these controlled streaks, as we call them. And they do. That is the narrative. And it makes sense. So I'm just trying to predict what it's going to be. And the narrative has been the Colts always beat the Niners. I mean, that's why I'm picking them. That's why I'm taking the Steelers over the Lions. That's why I took the Cardinals over Dallas. It's that same narrative. By the way, everyone thought I was crazy for that a few years back for taking Denver over Dallas when Dallas had a good year and Denver did not. Everyone thought I was nuts. I took Denver to win, and they basically shut out Dallas. And I also said before the Dallas game that the Denver would return home and lose to Philadelphia, who was even worse than Denver at the time. And sure enough, Denver does lose to Philadelphia. So I predicted both those games correct. And I wasn't even, woken up by Jake yet. This was a whole year and a half before I even met Jake. But now it makes total sense why that happens. It just does. Mm. So, like, I could show you. Oh, actually, I can't because I'll get copyright struck almost certainly, knowing. Yes, I do. I know it is, but I like to make him happy and stuff. So, yes. And actually, then I go to my computer afterwards, and then I try to look up, and I gotta start contacting Jake about it and help him with the top 10. And I do. I look at the phony plays, and I'm jot to myself like, yep, here's one, here's one, here's one. As a matter of fact, I was watching Bills Patriots Sunday. Those Drake May running plays, the Bills defense totally missing tackles on purpose. Totally missing a lot of sweet feet action there. A ton of it. A ton of it. It was so fake looking. And I mean, what can you do though? Yep. But I know it's fake, and that's what matters the most. All right, Jake. All righty. So right before, so let's get Jake in here. Let's get Jake in here. So that was actually, yeah, I may return. No, I do not because I'm worried it's going to cause a big conflict. So I don't. And he's old too. It's not like he's young or anything. If he was young, then yeah, I would. But he's old, and I want to give him. I want to make him happy. So it's one of those hard things. I know. So once Jake gets in here, I'm gonna shut this off and do the surprise for him. So Jake, come in here. I'm about to shut it off here. So everyone, thank you for joining. And I'm gonna do my surprise for Jake because I know I will be hit with a copyright claim if I continue doing this live. So you all take care.